Live from the Loop Studios in Mendon, Nevada, it's the GenXtalks podcast.
Making plans with the boys. I'm gonna hit the town. Yeah, I'm gonna make some noise. I'll push past the pain and my wounded pride. I'm gonna live it up. Yeah, stay out all night. But sure, I've had some better times. And I can't count all the tears I can write. And maybe down my last night. Yeah, but the blues took me just fine.
I'm not telling you what to do.
Yes, you are.
Just
Stop.
last
I'm
time you
fine.
did this, your microphone, you banged it all around. All they could hear was this.
You know what?
Just
Stop telling me
I'm
what to
just
do.
saying, get it straight before you do your shit. That's all.
You know what? Just start the podcast and just let's go.
I think I did.
Oh, they've
Hold
been
on.
listening?
Hold on. Yeah. See, they just heard how mean you were to me.
I am not mean.
Oh, yeah, they did.
I should have
They
kept
should-
coffee instead of tea to put up with you, but whatever. Okay.
All right, I can't tell if we're 5x5 or not. Thank you for listening in. It's the GenXtalks podcast, broadcasting from the Loop Studios in Minden, Nevada. It's 10 a.m. Los Angeles time. It doesn't really work in the morning if you say it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Yeah, they're in school.
They should be in school. Not ours.
No, not ours. But
We don't know where our kids are.
I have a vague idea. I kind of have a notion. Like I could
They
probably
should all be damn right working.
every one of them get your ass in gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to support us when we get old. That we have to go traveling and live with them. I actually think that's an idea. I think if
We talked about that,
we did.
too.
If we bought a motorhome and we just drove from kid's house to kid's house. Now, maybe they don't have room for their motorhome. They just need to have a spare bedroom. We could stay for a month with each one
Oh, whoa. I
And
don't
then-
know if I want to live with them.
for a month and
Yeah.
then come home and we do like 6 kids for 6 months, then home for 6 months. And we just pick the nicest 6 months to be home.
So it'll be like whoever has snowy weather, we avoid
Yeah,
them.
we go. Yeah, it's too.
And then, but you know, before GenXtalks, we did seriously consider that as
Yeah.
retirement.
We
were
did.
going to
Yeah.
sell everything,
Everything.
get a really nice motorhome,
Yep.
and move around the country. And look, lo and behold, all our kids are all over
the country.
all over the
Yeah.
western, I guess, from
I-
Texas west.
They heard us. They
and
heard us.
Yeah, so
They
I
heard
mean,
us. They spread out, and then we didn't do our part. We didn't buy a motorhome.
No,
and-
they went. Phew, GenXtalks. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
thanks,
for saving
GenXtalks.
us.
You saved our ass. So you didn't even notice where I was today.
Did you leave and not
Yeah.
come back?
No, my background is a certain background. It's not perfect.
I can't see it. How am
Oh.
I supposed to see it if it's not on anywhere?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I hope you guys all heard that.
I'm on a school bus.
He wants me to see the video, and I can't see the video.
Okay, we're not
because
broadcasting on the
it's
video.
not live
Okay,
anywhere.
all right, I got it. Quit being such a jerk face monkey.
Wow.
butt. All right. Well, anyway, so I am here today. It's Thursday, December 11th, with my current wife, as things are such.
The Queen's Court is all in Discord at the moment.
Just a bunch of guys hanging
They
out.
are. I said, "Oh, good morning, gentlemen." Oh, and Mary Mathis is in. I shouldn't say and, but yeah.
And Mary Mathis,
Lady in
okay.
Waiting? Is that what the
yeah.
Queen is to the...
No, that's
I
what.
mean, the best...
Yeah, that's what she is. I think she's
She's my lady in waiting.
your lady in waiting.
I think that's what it's
I
called.
don't really know. I know Mary Mathis. I don't think she waits on much. I'm just saying. I don't think she waits around. She goes after
We
it.
would do that for each other, so we're cool about that. But we have a Spot in there, and Firewood Dart, and Civic, Christopher Civic, Jeremy B. Dude is in here this morning. Let me see if I'm
For
missing
those
anybody.
of you listening, what she's talking about is if you're listening to the program on kgxtradio.com, then during the live show, which we're doing right now, you can chat. There is a live chat in Discord. Yeah, there's a Discord room called KGXT, and people are in there chatting as we speak.
I don't want to miss one. Jeremy B. They're all in there, and Miss Mary.
All right, so I got to tell you something, and I have 2 things on my mind. And one,
Oh, good God.
I want to say, no, I got to tell you,
I want you guys to know we haven't spoken to each other all morning. We
No.
don't before the podcast.
No.
We don't talk to each other,
Nope.
so this is first time. Good morning.
Good morning.
Here we go.
All right. I got to tell you that Okay, I went to Walmart with you the other day, and I'm going to say it. I don't care if Little Miss Hot and Nerdy doesn't like Walmart. I don't care if St. Donna doesn't like Walmart. I have been a Walmart shopper my whole life. For as long as Walmart's been around. They were always cheaper. I never had any money.
Especially when we had 8 kids.
8 kids. We had to feed them. You buy in bulk. And then, we all know the reputation of Walmart. It's a bunch of people that don't give a shit. It's troublemakers. Whenever you see videos of people acting a fool, it's always in Walmart. They run around in their pajamas. They don't care how they look. It's kind of a dirty, dingy, low price. Everybody knows the reputation. I got it. I'm not disputing that that's not the reputation of Walmart. In fact, there was a period in my life when I kind of stopped going to Walmart because I was kind of tired of running into those kind of people. It's like I didn't want to deal with them. I didn't want to deal with some woman screaming at me, screaming at her kids, thinking she's entitled. That is the reputation, and I did get tired of it.
But on the flip side of that, I have met some wonderful people at Walmart going there. Can I share one story that just popped in my head real quick?
As long as it doesn't undermine my whole fucking thing and you're jumping my route again, go ahead.
No, I just want to say years ago, I met a lady that was close to 90 years old buying spaghetti sauce there. And we had a conversation and she was telling me that she was 100% Italian. She was too old to make her own pasta sauce. So she told me the brand that she buys that is the closest to Italian. And
Really?
I did it in Walmart years ago.
Know that.
Yeah.
Well, so I went to Walmart with you. You wanted me to drive you down there.
Yeah, you weren't thrilled.
No, but I did walk the entire store. You want to start at the back and work your way up. I walked every aisle, never complained. I didn't hurry you. And a year ago, I wouldn't have been able to do that. A year ago, It was hurting to do that. So that was good that I'm keeping my strength, as they say.
And back in Bakersfield, I'm not going to knock Bakersfield, but it was not in Walmart, but in the parking lot was getting a little iffy.
Unsafe, yeah.
The homeless people were moving in there. So you used to go, sometimes you'd sit in the parking lot, because I told you, I said, I don't know, I'm not even feeling really good about doing this myself.
Even back in California, there was beginning to be, we lived in a very middle-class part of town, and when we first moved there, 20-some years ago, we didn't have very little crime, very little problems.
And
nothing.
Walmart wasn't even there.
Walmart wasn't even there. And then they built a brand new one there. And over the years, you started to hear police stories about that Walmart and that parking lot. Crime had just begun to move our direction, is the best way to put it. So I went with you to this Walmart. And this thing, now you said they refurbished it. I didn't think it looked old enough to be refurbished. It looked really new to me.
Well, when we first moved here in June, I went there a couple times to get all our, necessities till we went to Costco and stuff. So I went in there and there was a sign that they renovated over the summer, but I'm not sure if they renovated, move stuff around.
I think they just moved stuff around because I heard people talking when we were there.
because I wasn't sure exactly what happened. So we don't have a before.
No, but
situation.
I'm telling you, that place was clean. Everybody in there was wonderful. Everybody was polite. Everybody was nice. Everything on the shelves looked like they wiped it down and dusted it off daily. I mean, I walked in and within 1 minute, I told you, I physically said it out loud. I said, wow, this place is a lot different than any Walmart I've ever been in. And I'm walking around and pushing the cart, doing the stuff, and we went to the back and doing our thing. Everybody that you bump into is nice and polite. Please and thank you. Excuse me. Everybody was that way. And even the one girl, the girl that works there, she was trying to stock something on the shelf or get something. And
that was so
cute.
She
had her arm, she was on her tippy toes, and she had her arm stuck all the way to the back of a shelf she couldn't reach. Yeah, she goes, "Sir, can you help me?" I said, "Yeah, what do you need?" She goes, "I know there's one more box of these back there, but I can't get it." I said, "Yeah, I'll help you." So there was three or four boxes back there, and I got them out for her. But she was wonderful and she was nice, and everybody would have helped her. Right. I mean, it was just, I'm telling you, I couldn't have been more impressed with that Walmart. In fact, if I didn't know that Walmart had a bad reputation for its clientele, to which I've been one of for years, I would think that every Walmart was like this one. I would never know there was a bad reputation in Walmart. If someone were to say, if this is the only Walmart I'd been to is the one in Gardnerville, and someone had said, "Oh, Walmart, dirty, running around in your underwear," I said, "No, they're not. What store are you talking about? I've been to Walmart." No, this one is a completely different experience. and then you were dancing.
Oh yeah, I love the music there. It's all 80s.
Yeah, well,
and yesterday, remember what played? All of a sudden, this song came on.
Something
and I went,
from Missing Persons.
Yeah, it was Destination Unknown. If anybody remembers that song by Missing Persons, I was like, brought me back to club days.
You turned around and stared at me.
I did, and I'm like pointing.
What are you doing? Also, because I haven't been in a Walmart in forever, even for any reason. They had that section that was pretty cool, actually, called Grab and Go.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of new.
Yeah, they make those fresh sandwiches, and they've got sodas and waters and juices and things.
Yes.
And they got your bag of chips, all stuff that Dr. McDreamy would tell you not to eat, except maybe the sandwiches. They looked like they were fresh sandwiches.
Well, they had good stuff there. You just didn't go down that aisle.
Well,
they had hard-boiled eggs and stuff like that.
I briefly walked through it just to see.
But this grab-and-go area is that if you ran in there, you could pack a lunch.
Yeah.
In a matter of seconds. They put everything in this one little section right by the door.
Right up front, yeah.
That you can grab a drink, you can grab a main dish of your lunch. It is sometimes they're burritos, sometimes they're, it was, and then you can get chips and you can get a dessert and run out the door. It's right near self-checkout too. Yeah. I thought this is cool. So a lot of times when I'm on my way out, I'm so tired from shopping. Uh-oh.
You know
first
what?
Yawn.
That's your first yawn. I didn't even count how many you did last night during Off the Record.
I was so tired last night. Anyways,
I'll bet 11 yawns last night.
I would grab lunch, and you know what's funny is the checkers, the checkout people, they don't even know that place exists because a couple times I run by, they're like, "Where'd you get this?" I'm like, "It's right next to where you guys are." I said, "It's right there," and she was laughing the other week, and she's like, "Oh, I have to go check that out." I'm like, "You can get your whole lunch there for like $5."
You work here.
I know. I'm like, "You work here." I guess they just don't do that. So.
Well, anyway, so do you remember the checkout girl's name? Our checkout girl, Genesis.
I'll never forget that.
I will never forget that either.
I've been through her line a few times.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I have.
Well, I've never been there, so I have not. But she was very friendly and she was very nice. She kind of got in trouble, though.
Oh, yeah. Not with us.
Not with us, because...
We were angels.
Yeah. The lady who was before us didn't have a price on something. It was some wrapped, rolled up blanket or something. And so Genesis looked and she goes, "Well, I'll just go find it."
She was being helpful.
She's being very helpful. But she left her post.
Yes.
She's supposed to turn on her light, let someone else go run. You don't leave the register. And she did. She just goes, the lady who was in front of us was like 95 and very polite and very nice. And Genesis goes, "Well, I'll just go look for it." So she leaves and goes and tries to find it. And then her manager shows up and just had these wide eyes like, "Why are you folks in line? And there's no checker girl here.
Where's my checker girl?
Where's my checker out?" And I'm like, "Whoa, now hold on now."
Yeah, we made it out to be.
I told she went to grab something, and I go, "I bet you're going to try to get her in trouble for leaving her post, for not being here." And she goes, "Well, she's not supposed to." And I said, "Come on, man. She's just trying to be helpful." So I'm sure she got a little talking to.
Well, she did right in front of us. She kind of did it. She's like, "Hey, next time," really nicely. Just turn on your light and, let me know that you're leaving or whatever. So she did it in front of us, but she said it nicely. I
just think that I was leaning into the manager like, "Come on, man."
I know.
She just, don't get her in too much trouble.
And we weren't concerned about it because the older lady's like, "I'm really sorry." And then we're like, "We're fine. We got time."
Take as much time as you want.
No, your saying was, "I got more time than money."
I got more time than money. You go ahead and just go ahead. So it all worked out and it was good. And we didn't, at Walmart, we didn't get very much for the money we spent. We didn't even get half a basket full, and it was like $275.
I told you.
Yeah, it's a lot. But
sometimes I got to take him to the grocery store to give him a reality check. Because when I come home with groceries, he's going, "Holy mackerel, what did you buy?"
You spent $400 and you got 3 bags.
I'm
what the hell?
Dude. So now he had a little reality check that things aren't as cheap as they are.
My overall thing was I just wanted to say that was a beautiful Walmart. And I never thought I would use that word in a sentence with Walmart. And I'm totally impressed.
It was
the people, the cleanliness, the stocking, the lighting, everything was brightly lit. In our Walmart back in California, a third of the lights were always burned out and no one had put them in. These were all lit. I mean, everything, it felt nice. And the music was nice.
Kind of loud, but not loud. Like, it's a joy. I'm
fine.
always in there singing to the songs that are in there, and it makes my shopping experience even better.
And everybody was polite. There was just nice people all around. I couldn't have been more happy. I want to go back. I want to go hang out in Walmart.
Hey, now that I thought about it, why aren't they playing Christmas music?
I don't know.
Huh, that's kind of weird.
Because maybe the guy running the place is like me. And he's
anti-Christmas?
Like, I don't give a shit about Christmas. We're playing 80s stuff here.
All right. Well, the other day, Tuesday, I believe, we went out to the property because I hadn't been there in a while.
Yep. You had not. We had a nice little lunch.
We did.
It was nice.
I had my little Christmas in a cup.
You did.
Probably the only time of the year I ever go to Starbucks, I think.
Yeah, and you got your little puppuccino for Ranger because we brought Ranger.
If you guys don't know what a puppuccino is, it's just a cup full of whipped cream for the dogs. And if you ask for it, you can call it they call it a pup cup. It used to be called a puppuccino, and I always got it for our dogs.
You called it a puppuccino. She knew right what you meant.
Yeah. They call it either way.
So, but Ranger, I think he showed you that he's very comfortable out on the property.
For sure.
He knows right where he's going. He knows what the boundaries are. He runs around and patrols, and there's not really any quail to chase away anymore because he's got we cleared the property. Sun Valley Fox and I cleared it all out. But we did learn a few things.
We did.
You can't close the storage container.
No, I can't.
You're not strong enough to do it.
No.
And I told you, I told Briggs when Briggs and I were out there leveling it, or actually Sun Valley Fox and I leveled it. We went out, Briggs and I went out and we put in some supports on those things just to make them even. And I told Briggs, I said, don't let Mom come out here by herself. And he asked me why. I said, 'cause it's not dangerous, but I said, she can't close these. And he went, what? And he could barely close them. I could barely close them. Sun Valley Fox, there was one door he couldn't close. He's like, get the hammer. Because you can close it with a sledgehammer. You can get a hammer and
maybe you need to put one out there.
Bang on the handle a little bit.
And they are really heavy. I didn't realize how heavy.
Yeah, the doors they're huge. So we did get 2 out there and we did have lunch. We just sat there in the quiet.
We took a truckload out there, like
we
the
took
back
some
of our
stuff.
truck.
And we just sat. We just sat with the windows down and we had a little bit of lunch and
then I walked the property.
You
that
did.
Was really
you walked
nice.
it alone too. You I'm just going to go you walked the whole thing. And
I walked right to the middle where you told me you're thinking about the house and
right.
I just turned slowly 360 degrees going, okay, I can see this. You told me where the front was going to be, where the back was. And I just walked out there to listen. Yeah. And it's so peaceful and quiet.
Yeah.
There was a nice little breeze happening. You could hear the birds. What the heck?
That's 2 yawns.
Oh my gosh, another yawn. And the sun felt so good, and it just was pretty. I mean, it was just
peaceful. I liked it.
It was very peaceful. So that's what I was doing. That's all I was doing.
So we did that. Oh, Sun Valley Fox, if you're listening, he insisted on giving me this lock. He goes, well, you got to lock the containers. I said, I know, I got to lock the containers, but if you guys have ever seen container locks on how they latch and then there's a little bar that flips over them, I mean, it's pretty common. They're on a lot of things, but they're not made very close together like they are like on the back of a semi. A semi, when they build those, they know you're going to be into them all the time and they build them very close so they fit right. I told him, I said, the gap is so big, you're going to have a huge fucking lock. And he's like, no, I got a lock. And I'm like, is it going to reach? He goes, well, I don't know. It'll probably reach. Well, he gave it to me.
Yeah, then you handed it to me.
And I knew it wasn't going to fit. I knew when he gave it to me, I'm like, okay, I'll be polite with the old guy. I know these things are too wide. The lock's not going to fit. But he's been bugging me about this fucking lock for 2 weeks. So I'm like, okay, I'll try the lock. Buddy, pal, I'll try the lock.
But he didn't.
So I took the lock out there and I gave it to you. I said, here, go figure out this doesn't work so you can tell your brother this lock isn't the right one. And there's 4 doors on 2 containers. And I want to say 2 of them did not fit it because of the way they're made. They're so far apart. They just riveted them together so weird that they don't work. But we did get it on one of the doors. But the problem is you got
what's this wee stuff?
You
didn't help?
The proverbial we.
There's no we.
The editorial we.
More like she than we.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
She Her Majesty the Queen got
Thank
it on
you.
one of the door you got it on is not the first door you open, so people can still get into it. It doesn't, but it did fit one of the doors. It probably would. His Sun Valley Fox's lock probably would have fit all of them if they were all made correctly, but they're not. So we're gonna have to figure something else out. So I'm not sure if this is a win for him or not. I can't tell. It's like it does fit on a door, but the door that it fits on doesn't matter because you can still open the other door and get in.
So I leave the truck when we first get there, and I started walking over to where him and Briggs were like marking off the horse area that we're going to put in there. And if we don't get a horse or donkeys or whatever, we would rent this space out, you know, for somebody that wants it. Anyways, so I walk out there, and lo and behold, on the ground in the sand is a Milwaukee saw. And I'm like,
that's an
did
expensive
somebody forget this? Like, I didn't come out with them when they did this. So I was like, what is this?
Briggs left it out
Poor
there.
kid,
He left
man.
my saw out there for like a week. He left it out in the dirt. It's all right, but I mean, just some of the stuff he does. Briggs does better for people at work than he does for me. You know, he still can't find stuff
you're his
here.
dad.
I know, but when do I get to be treated as well as the guys at work? That's all I'm asking.
I don't know.
Anyway, so
I don't know. So we have a big moving day on Saturday that's coming up for this property. We really want to get out of the place where we have our storage containers.
Yeah, just nice place, nice people that own it.
Yeah, love them, but it's just
money.
draining our pocketbook right now, and that pocketbook could be going to my house. So we have a bunch of people, bunch of guys, bunch of kids coming and helping, and your queen gets to supervise.
Yeah, you get to hold your cup of coffee.
And point.
What
I do best.
That is what you do best. Costco Jimmy's supposed to be there. I don't think Costco Jimmy's recovered enough where he can do anything, but he's bringing his kid.
That's okay.
And a pickup truck. He's going to make his son do a bunch of work.
Hello from Rob is coming, and I think
Hobo
both
Rob.
Not Hobo Rob. That's a different guy.
I keep saying that. I don't know why.
He needs to change his name.
Hoboken Rob from New Jersey.
Oh my gosh, no. They're also bringing extra trailers, so I'm hoping maybe at least one container gets emptied at least. Which is mine
We're
because
not emptying containers. We're filling containers.
I mean, emptying storage units and filling containers. But
there's
we're
more.
going to do mine first.
Briggs is helping. That's another one. I'll be there. And I think Little Miss Hot and Nerdy has 2 showing up.
Again.
Yeah, 2.
Mine will be empty because mine's organized.
Do you know what?
In bins.
Okay. All right, tough guy. To even
Tough guy?
move anything out of your storage unit.
The safe's got to move.
The safe's in the way and nobody can move that. So now what do you do?
Well, you're the stupid idiot that put it in there.
Yeah, but mine's free. Like we can empty out mine in half an hour. It can all be done.
No, we can't. You have tools and all kinds of shit, and they're not even in bins. You better take empty bins over there.
I don't need to. I just need to stack the stuff in the trailer. A whole trailer load from my side.
Gosh.
Take it out there.
Do you see what I'm up against? Then I don't have to go Saturday because I am not organizing that shit.
Oh, so if it's not your stuff, you're not interested, you're not helping out?
That is correct.
So now there's no more we. Now it's just you.
That's right.
Wow.
She
She
is not going.
She is not going unless her stuff is getting moved.
There we go.
Wow.
Welcome to the world that I live in.
I don't like that. I think that's a bunch of
The
bullshit.
world does revolve around me. Thank you very much.
Apparently so.
So let's give an update on my brother, the Sun Valley Fox, because last week he was going in that Friday for hips replacement surgery.
Oh, I thought he had an addictomy.
Oh my gosh.
I thought he was making his Johnson longer.
He had his hip replacement surgery. It was done in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And he came out of recovery, and they had him up and walking. I was really, really shocked. But he did, we'll have to say this because I'll throw him under the bus.
I was going to say, you're running a risk here because St. Donna's probably listening.
So we went over on Tuesday when we were heading out to the property, and he said he would meet us outside. He's walking with a walker, but I was so happy to see him on Tuesday that he took the walker into the garage and then walked out to meet us at the truck without the walker, and then he walked all the way to the back of the property to the chickens because I had some pumpkins left over, and he was doing really well, actually.
Yeah, he did the whole thing real well.
He said pain at night has been absolutely terrible, but it's getting better every day that he does it, and he's got this new like drain thing. I can't remember what it's called right now.
I'm telling you, that thing to me looked like a catheter.
It looks like a catheter, but it's supposed to remove the drainage from the site. And it's not a very big site. It's pretty cool looking.
No, but it's a vacuum pump.
That's what
it's a vacuum pump and a seal that's kind of taped right to his incision. and it vacuums everything out of there if there's any
drainage
discharge or anything, or just keeping it clean. It's vacuuming, pulling stuff out right now.
But he looks good, everyone. He's getting
he doesn't
better.
have his goatee anymore, so he kind of looks like Hitler.
Oh yeah, he has a mustache, not a goatee anymore. Yeah, he changed
so
that.
He kind of looks like,
he told us St. Donna wasn't home that day, that he went out walking when he shouldn't really be walking without his walker. He should not have been out back.
No, she'd have been mad.
But then he went and told us that the nurses were very, very kind to him.
Yeah, he gave us a little rundown on what it was like communicating with the nurses, and he said, boy, I had a meeting out of the palm of my hand.
He said, I asked for a cup of coffee. The cup of coffee showed up. He asked for a second cup of coffee. Second cup. I said, why didn't you just ask for breakfast? I bet you they would have done that.
He's like, yeah, they'd have pretty much done anything I wanted over there. So he was really happy about that.
So he's on the mend, everyone. Don't know if he'll be present at the garage show this week, but we'll see. You never know.
He did waddle his narrow ass all the way back up to the garage right as St. Donna pulled in.
Oh, yeah.
So up until this moment, she had no idea he was out back dicking around back there.
She had no idea. I went up to her and I went, we didn't ask him to come out. We were just stopping by. We're not in trouble. I was like going, she just kind of laughed.
I even texted and said to the Fox, I said, look, man, I won't bother you. I will just go do the stuff I need to do real quick. I needed to go to Big Blue. You had to feed a couple pumpkins to the chickens, and we won't bother you. Sure enough, he was out there. He was standing there. So
yeah. He said it was nice to be out. The sun was shining. It felt really good. So he was really happy.
That. So we did I miss something we're going to talk about?
Today's a really busy day.
Well, the thing is too is that we're going to give the kids who come help us move a couple bucks for helping. Yeah. And then I thought we'd all go out to pizza or something, go to one of Minden or Carson or something, one of the pizza factory, and just treat everybody to a late lunch or an early dinner. Yeah, listen, don't back out of that. Because that's what you do is we'll get all the way done. You'll say, oh, I need my medicine and my back. And I'm really
I'm not going, so it doesn't matter.
Lunch. You're going, okay? You are.
It doesn't matter. I'm not going to be there.
It does matter because you're going to, even if you didn't think I was getting into your stuff, you would go just in case I did get into it. You're like, you know what? You may just go over there and get into it.
You know what? I am going. I changed my mind. I'm going to take pictures of your messy storage container. Storage bin.
Why would you do that?
Because I have to prove to them that there is nothing in bins. There's nothing organized.
Because by the time we got to my stuff, we were in panic mode getting out of California.
I wasn't panicking.
I was panicking.
There we go.
The rest of us were all panicking, so we literally threw everything into the storage unit.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I got guys coming out.
And he walks around going, I'm a great mover. I'm a wonderful mover. I don't break shit. I don't do it. I organize all this stuff. No, not this time.
Not this time. But generally, I am fantastic at moving. Nothing gets scratched.
Yeah, well,
nothing gets dented. No, everything got fucked up this time. I think we broke everything we owned this time. Fumbled, yeah.
Penalty.
I fumbled and kicked it and fumbled and kicked it all the way to the 1 yard line. I couldn't get a hold of that fucking thing.
Monkey fucking a football.
Just let you guys know, we are doing something to everybody who's coming out to help on Saturday. It's about 9:30-ish. We're going to be out at the what is that, Hobo Hot Springs or something?
Right.
Storage on 395 just before you go over the hill into Carson.
Many hands make light work.
Many hands make light work, yeah. So we're going to do that. We're going to, hopefully we're just going to knock this stuff out with a couple of trailers, and Briggs is going to bring his truck, fill everything up, race out there, unload it. It's not tough. There's not a lot of tough stuff to move. It's just literally most of it is small items, boxes and small. There's not a lot of big things that we have to move.
Well, you should take the empty bins that I have in our garage here at the house out there just in case.
We will, but we're going to come here too and take all the stuff out of here. I'm going to have guys just rip and tear out of here.
Whoa, wow.
Then you need to be pointing like you're supposed to. Don't look at me with that tone of voice.
Rip and tear.
I'm hoping to get everything done Saturday or a big chunk of it. If we can get most of it done on a Saturday, I think Briggs and I can handle the rest. I would ask the Sun Valley Fox. Totally useless. Totally useless.
No,
all he'd be good for is sitting in a chair with a beer and yelling at everybody, and I can't handle that right now. I got enough of that going on during the garage show.
But today you packed my day today.
Oh, yeah. We got to go. As soon as we're done here, we're racing down into Reno. We're meeting Scott. What is Scott's last name?
Racing up to Reno.
Racing up to Reno. What is Scott's name? Scott's last name? Scott?
Coleman.
Holman?
Coleman.
Scott Coleman. I just know him as Scott. Scott and Darla. And
we're going to Glory Cloud Coffee.
Yeah, because we are trying to get today. I want coffee available for sale by tonight's show.
Holy shit,
That's
Batman.
what I want.
Well, we've made a little bit of progress that I'll talk to you about after the show, about something that he sent me an email about. So
Okay.
it's nothing to discuss here, but he made some strides on Shopify. I think.
He did.
So if I show you something or talk to you about it as we're going out there, maybe.
And we'll take our laptop down there where we can log in side by side. And because it's too hard to do this, like, well, go to your Shopify account. It says do this. Then I got to go try to find it and then call them back and go, no, I don't know what I'm looking for. Well, they said it's too hard back and forth. But if we take the laptop, we sit down side by side, we should be able to knock this down. And if we can't go the Shopify route, we can always do the affiliate
I think the Shopify route's going to work after what I'm going to show you.
So tell the audience, tell our friends out there, friends and family, when you had to text Scott and say, hey, are you going to be in the office?
Yeah, yesterday I said, hey, are you going to be around tomorrow? We're going to be in Reno. He said, how did he say it?
You said, are you working tomorrow? Because we want to come by.
Yeah, let me just hop over for a second. I don't want to say it wrong because I even shared it with Briggs because it was so
You shared it with
funny.
everybody. You were laughing so hard. You were crying.
Are you free tomorrow if we stop by? We will be in Reno. His text back to me is, I'm very expensive and available.
Yeah.
I said, what street corner are you working on tomorrow? And he wrote, Greg and Stanford, no shirt, Batman mask.
I'll be on Greg and Stanford, no shirt, Batman mask. Look for me there.
I was rolling so hard because I love when people play back on those things and go, that just made my whole day. I was laughing so hard I was crying. And I told him, I said, that was so funny. So we're going to go see Scott on the corner.
So guess what?
Look for the guy with no shirt and a Batman mask.
Yeah, well, then we'll hang out with him. Guess what just happened on the laptop right here?
Who's to say?
My camera froze.
Oh, good Lord.
Now,
way to go.
This isn't my Mac. No one can blame the Mac. Who said you're using a Mac? You're using a Mac. No, I'm not. And I'm telling you that I think I'm going to go do something on the way home if we have time, and you're going to fight me on this. But I want to try something. I know. Look at you.
If money's involved, yeah, I'm going to be.
Okay, and it's expensive. It's like really expensive. I want to go look and see if Best Buy has that Mac Studio. Why are you shaking your head? But I want to find out if we can use it for like,
Oh, you're going to ask questions.
Yeah, if we can use it. What was because we were platinum or something in Best Buy, we got to use it for like 30 days and we could return stuff, no questions asked. Because we haven't really done that. I think maybe one thing in 25 years. But I want to know what the return policy is if it doesn't work the way they say. And then I want to come home and hook it up and use it. And if we have so many days, 14 days or whatever, and if I can solve this problem, then I think we're going to be okay with all this. Because I've learned so much about why we keep lagging and why things keep going on.
That Amazon cart is just going to fill up.
Okay, why is it a tit for tat? Why, if I spend $100, you think that obligates you to spend $100?
What if I went out and spent $100?
This is not a teeter-totter, okay? It's not a teeter-totter. It's not a seesaw, okay? In fact, when you see someone spending a bunch of money, it's quite the opposite. That means now you can't spend the money because the other person just did.
That doesn't sound right.
I know. It doesn't sound right to you at all. That
doesn't sound right. I'm throwing in something since we're going to be in Reno. I got to go buy Dorinda's chocolates, the one by the cigar shop.
For what?
I need a couple extra boxes of chocolates for somebody.
Well, good, because I do not like what you bought for chocolates at all. I think that was completely like they imprint the chocolates.
That's not for discussion right now.
Okay, they imprint the chocolates. Like personalize them. So you bought a box of 9 and personalized 1.
That's all I wanted. They did exactly what I made these myself for what I needed them for.
Wow. It's a waste of their talent. That's what I think.
No, it's not. Worry. All those are handmade chocolates.
That's okay. I'm going in with you. I'm going to place a respectable order.
Well, guess what? We're not going to that place where you have to personalize them. We're going to the chocolate shop, not the headquarters.
Why can't we go to the headquarters?
Because that's not... I don't need a personalized one.
I do.
Well, then
I need this.
you email somebody.
I need this to be done correctly.
Man, you are just pissing me off right now.
So I will. Yes, we got to go buy the Glory Cloud coffee. We're going to go buy Dorinda's chocolates. We're going to swing by Best Buy, and of course, I will take you to lunch. And if we take you to lunch, please pick someplace new. Don't pick the same places. I want to try new places since we've been here.
You keep telling me that. I haven't been picking the places. Little Miss Hot and Nerdy's been picking places when we go into Reno.
I know, but if we just go to Reno, first of all, if you pick a sawdust joint, Little Miss Hot and Nerdy's never going to know. You pick a sawdust joint.
Her radar is going to go off as soon as she hits the door.
No, only if we go to a bougie place. If we're talking about going to a bougie place, her radar will go off and she'll be waiting for us at the bougie place. If we pick a sawdust joint, I don't think she even knows where those are. I don't think she even thinks they exist.
Yes, they do. Ben knows where those are.
Ben's working right now. Ben's radar might go off and go, hey, we getting a beer and going golfing?
Yeah, might. He might know.
Ben Matlock.
Never lost a case.
Never lost a case would say that. But speaking of Ben, I talked to Ben the other day. We get caught up on some stuff, not all sorts of things. And he did give Briggs a really good compliment because one of the guys that Briggs has been working with, he told me this particular guy never really says much. You know, he doesn't say much good, not much bad, doesn't talk a bunch of shit, just a good worker, which is why he's out on a very special job. He's a good guy. And they sent Briggs out there to be the helper and learn, which is really, I think, a great thing because there's a lot of apprentices.
That's pretty special.
Yeah, there's a lot of apprentices they could have sent out there and they chose Briggs. And this guy who's teaching Briggs stuff took the time to go to Ben and go, hey, man, this kid is smart. He doesn't know a lot yet, but everything I teach him, he gets it. He gets it on like the first try, or you only got to correct him one time where he made a mistake.
Good. That's good to hear.
And that's from a guy that Ben said doesn't really.
That's my son.
Dish out compliments, one way or the other. Yeah, I'm sure he gets his natural electrical ability from you, not me.
His kindness is from me.
His stubbornness is from you. I'll give you that.
Not.
Oh my God, please.
He's sweet and kind. He has a sweet and kind side, and that is me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I don't think so. No, you're welcome. And your mom is so grateful. She reminds me that all the time.
That he didn't turn out like me?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yes, we can squeeze in lunch and finish our errands, but we have a busy day. Then we have a ton of stuff to get back to tonight. We have a world show tonight.
You have a world show tonight.
So do you.
I'm not on the world show.
You're not on camera on the world show, but you read comments and you talk. Your ass is in the chair on the world show. I have never done a world show by myself. Where do you think?
That is bullshit.
Where do you think you're going to be?
You used to do the world show by yourself.
Where do you think you're going to be?
In the house somewhere.
No, nice try.
Somewhere. I don't know.
Listen, before we get too screwed up on everything here, I have a real invention I want to talk to you about.
I find that hard to believe, but it better not be bathroom related.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, the last few inventions are all about, number one and number two, pooping and peeing.
What are you talking? Okay, a couple times I had that. That's just what. Listen, these things just come up in rotation in my brain.
It's a typical 12-year-old boy brain. You guys do farts, poop, pee, burping.
Okay.
Your 12-year-old brain, all men revert back to 12 years old.
This is nothing with pooping and peeing, okay?
I find, no. Okay.
It might be a little over your head, right? It might be a little bit beyond your capabilities of reasoning.
I find no.
I'm going to try to dumb this down for you. I'm going to get out the crayons and we'll try to make you understand this. All right. Because you're very much into airplanes, you know about the F-117A, right?
What about it?
That stealth plane that had all the weird angles, like it had 200 weird angles. The B-2 was like smooth and sleek, but the F-117 had, and it was supposed to be to reflect radar.
Correct.
Okay, so they used a special paint.
Right.
And then they put a bunch of angles on the airplane, and it was a very good stealth plane. The F-117A was incredible. Okay, here's my invention.
Here we go.
Whatever paint they use on the F-117A, we get that paint. So there's the paint coating, but the paint can. Now this is where you're gonna. Yes, you're already squinting at me, but I'm telling you. Listen, imagine if the spray can sprayed out angles?
What?
Yeah.
I can't imagine how much that paint cost.
Well, hold on. Now, wait a second.
All of a sudden, dollar bills are just going flying.
What if the paint can didn't spray paint like in little tiny microscopic balls of paint? What if they were triangles? What if you could spray out?
How would you make that happen?
Listen to me. Can you can we go one step at a time here?
That would make it texturized.
So, right. But now you're spraying the triangles right onto the airplane. And now you don't have to build your airplane with 500 different angles and slopes. It's in the paint. The paint will come out in little tiny microscopic triangles, already using the reflective paint of radar. And when it coats the airplane, now the radar signals bounce off in 10,000 directions, 10 million directions, because every drop of paint is a triangle, is an angle. That's what the stealth was all about. Angles and paint. I remember.
Do you realize the stealth came out like years ago? They're way beyond that paint now.
Okay. All right.
So you're behind the times here.
Hold on.
Okay.
What about if you could paint your car with it? Now your car can't get hit by highway patrol. Radar. What? This is an at-home use.
Oh, not that they can't see you going by. They just clock you with their radar, so they're not going to actually know how fast you are going. But hell, when you go by with a dust cloud behind you, that's going to give them, how fast you were going.
Listen,
that makes no sense.
It makes perfect.
And my puny brain that you just said couldn't even covered it very, very well.
I'm just saying that I think I'm really onto something here. I think the paint and the triangles coming out all at once is now it's instant stealth. You are
just that should have happened years ago. You're too late, babe.
I'm telling you, this is a practical application for people who drive over the speed limit. That's all I'm saying. I think if I sold this in the back of National Enquirer and said, hey, for $100 a can, you can buy this paint, I'd probably get so much money.
You know who reads the National Enquirer?
I'd probably get so much money, I could hire a scientist to invent it. How about that? You see, I'm thinking of even inventing the invention with other people's money. You are staring across the table at brilliance.
I'm staring across the table at something, but I don't see a brilliance there.
I think brilliance is the word you're looking for. That's a great thing. I could go one step further, like in a couple years.
Oh, here we go. We're doubling down now.
In a couple years, you come out with the next one where the triangles that get sprayed out are all different colors on all different sides, so the color of your vehicle changes. Yeah, by how you look at it.
Oh my goodness!
I know it's hard to have this much genius in one brain. It really is.
I can't believe your brain can hold this much shit in it. Like it's just amazing.
This is a struggle for me to get it out into words that the common folk of America could understand. Because this is brilliance. This is Sheldon Cooper.
Can I have the last 10 minutes back of my life?
No, this is good stuff, man. Okay. By the way, I expected you to be more supportive in this little endeavor, which you're clearly not. You're mocking me. No. But overall, I'm really getting tired of your stupid sarcasm.
Well, you feed it to me.
Stuff that people don't understand, I have to deal with all day long with you.
No, they're going to get it when I tell you this. But
no,
okay.
I'm going to tell you a little quick story. She says she was going to bring me some chips and dip or a little snack. We're going to watch some TV. And she said, do you want that French onion dip? I said, yeah, it'd be delicious. It's really good. And she goes, what chips do you want with that? Now, I don't know. I don't care. It could be Fritos, whatever, Lay's.
I remember the story.
Whatever goes with I don't care. So I remember being frustrated, and she's like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't know. Now, I said it this way.
Yes, this is the way you said it. I had to jump on this one. Okay, go.
I meant to say, give me whatever chips. Go with it. I don't care. That's what I meant to say. I don't know why it came out of my mouth.
I'm laughing already.
You stop laughing.
So
You're making this hard. Stop laughing.
Oh my gosh, this is so funny. This was brilliant. My end was brilliant.
What I meant to say was, I don't give a shit. Just give me whatever chips. Go with French onion dip. Come on. But what I said was, and I don't know why I said this, I said, I don't know what chips pair with onion dip. And you said, well, let me pop the cork off the onion dip and let it breathe for a minute. I'll smell it and I'll try to figure out what chips pair nicely.
I did say that. That was so funny.
And
I don't know why I came up with that, because that was the way I was like, okay.
No, but you deadpanned it. You were seriously looking at me like, yeah, okay. I'll pop open the cork on the French onion dip. I'll let it breathe a while, and then I'll figure out what chips go with it.
I'm crying
Now,
again.
what chips do you fucking want?
And I was dead serious the whole time. Oh, and you think I don't listen to you?
I don't like your sarcasm. You knew what I meant. I meant for you to just pick the chips. I don't care. Just
it was so freaking funny. Hey, you walked into that one, big boy.
So how was your bingo night?
That was so much fun.
Except for Loud One.
What about, well, he just questioned things.
No, he's just.
But my backup to the backup, he had no.
I'll deal with Loud One. You tell everybody how bingo night went.
Bingo night went fabulous. I loved it. It was great. We did how many games? 6 games, I think, in like an hour and 10 minutes roughly. We had really fun doing it all. You left. You had to go run and go do something, and even Briggs jumped in for a second. So, yeah, I think I'll do it again.
So one of the rules is when we do bingo night, we explain to everybody, because it's kind of like a Zoom call. It's in Discord. We're all in there together. And you say, okay, so we're going to call the letters and numbers out, and you place them on your bingo card. But over here in chat, there is a chat room. Keep the chat open. And in the chat, Mary Mathis will tell you what game we're playing. Sometimes we're playing, you have to get diagonal to win bingo. Sometimes you have to get all 4 corners, stuff like that. So she'll put the title to the game, and she'll say, horizontal. And then underneath that, every time I call a number, she'll put the number in chat. So you can always go look if you get lost or you have to go to the bathroom and come back. If you missed a couple numbers, you can just look over in the chat. Everyone can see it, and you can see what numbers you're missing. So Loud One comes in there and starts saying, I didn't hear that number called. I didn't hear you say that. Did you say that? I didn't hear you say that. Now, you're lucky he did that when I was
not there,
out of the room for a minute, because Briggs was like, well, I think we called it. And you're like, yeah, we called it. Mary Mathis pointed out, it's in the fucking chat. It's right there, which I would have done. I'd have been like,
and it's time stamped. So
right.
I even said, dude, it was called at 4:48 p.m.
Yeah, but if he's like, I don't see it. Well, I don't care if you saw it. We can't do it any more than we said it out loud. We wrote it down in the chat part. We can't put it in Braille for you to feel with your thumbs. If you didn't catch it, this is completely on you.
But he said, I can't see the chat.
That's your problem. What do you want me to do? I have no control over your chat. I have no control.
When I specifically wrote it in the email, all the rules, and that it would be in chat, it was stated at the beginning of the game that it would be put into chat.
I say it out loud as the announcer. It's going to be in chat. So if that wasn't bad enough, now he's grumbly, and about 3 or 4 rounds later,
he will self-tell you that he is very competitive.
Yeah. Then 3 or 4 rounds later, he yells Yahtzee. He's got it. So the game has to come to a stop. Everybody has to stop. I got to stop spinning the little cage. I got to stop reading numbers. You got to grab his card, start going over it with him to see if he won. And he didn't. Oh, I thought that number was called the number that I got to know. Never mind.
And good old Danny H goes, premature bingo.
And I said, that's not the first time he's been accused of something premature going off. Anyway, so Loud One was the center of attention that night. But he did say that. He goes, I'm just really competitive. I said, well, you can be competitive. Just quit being an asshole about it. So I guarantee next time he's going to be looking in the chat before he speaks about something if he's not sure about a number. But yeah, it seemed like bingo night was a lot of fun. Everybody had a good time there.
It was fun.
By the way, you said something in passing like a month ago that hurt my feelings. You told me that Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia was closing permanently.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah. Write that down. Rewind that. Everybody rewind that. Screenshot that. I was wrong, she said.
I can't remember the one that is closing.
DC.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah,
they can go close that one. But they are closing 2 rides.
They're closing 2 rides. I know. I read that. I'm like, wait a minute. Why would they be announcing they're tearing down 2 rides if the whole park is closing.
But the thing is that I clicked, I got baited and I clicked. I'm like, what 2 rides? I'm thinking, well, maybe it's the Revolution because that's been around for God knows how long.
I thought they were kiddie rides.
They are. They're kiddie rides. It's one called the Magic Flyer, and I looked it up going, I don't know, but during the time we might have been, we were at Magic Mountain, I wasn't allowed to go to Magic Mountain until I was like a teenager.
Yeah.
But it was called the Clown Coaster. From 71 to 84. So we would have been there, but we probably never would have went to the key section.
There wasn't a lot of little kid rides there when we were going there. If you wanted little kid rides, you went to Disneyland. Right. There was a few.
This was more teenager to adults. The other one that's closing is Tweety's Escape.
I don't even know what that is.
Which opened in 1985. So we were
teenagers, and I didn't care. But here's the thing: is as time went on, and when you got into the 90s, and especially the late 90s. I didn't give a shit about ever going back to Magic Mountain because everybody in Valencia, Saugus, Newhall, Canyon Country, parents were using that as babysitters. They get the year-round pass. They would give their kids like $50 to go eat, and they leave these kids there of all ages. And they were obnoxious, and they were messy, and they were loud, and they sprayed stuff everywhere, and they didn't give a shit. It was. Yeah,
people that have been at Disneyland and Disney World will understand they keep their park immaculate.
Yes.
For those that don't know, Magic Mountain, Six Flags in Valencia, California, they don't.
Not so much.
It's disgusting. I mean, there's gum. It's dirty.
And the teenagers just throw food on the ground.
It's awful.
They don't care about stuff. They vandalize stuff. They scratch stuff with pens and knives and write their names on tables. I mean, the towns use Magic Mountain as a babysitter. They get the year-round pass, and then they just dump their kids off there and say,
and
go.
Even in the summer, they've attached Hurricane Harbor to this Six Flags Valencia. So the same thing, when it's super hot out there,
just send your kids.
They send them with a season pass and let them be with lifeguards, like sending them to the beach.
Yeah.
And they play there all day and then come pick them up. It's their day camp.
It is. And it changes the atmosphere. It changes the way the park looks and feels. It is nothing like when we were growing up, when we were kids going there, especially as teenagers. We're
starting to sound like our parents.
Fine. I don't care.
Now we understand.
I'm just saying that was just I don't know, kind of a dumb deal. But so I want you guys to know that as much as I love and hate the Sun Valley Fox for our love-hate relationship, I wanted to try to describe something to you that is absolutely mind-boggling. This is a little bit because he's an old boomer, and I think it's more because he's a machinist, what I'm going to describe.
And because he's my dad's son.
Okay, so there's 3 parts to this trifecta. He hit the trifecta on this. I'm not saying that I don't do jobs correctly. I do. I'm not saying I don't do the jobs right. I do. I have attention to detail, so I get it right the first time.
You do.
But your brother goes overboard on this. We installed the winch on the trailer, and we did all the wiring, and the wiring came with big rubber boots. You slide the boot down.
Oh, yeah, you had to show me this the other day.
I did. I had to show it to you because you're not going to understand it. Some people will, but you slide the rubber boot down over and push it over the electrical connection. So it's a little 90-degree rubber boot. But they're difficult to get on. And once they're covering the nut, the wire, and the stud, you're done. Your brother wanted these boots to go all the way down to the red, yellow, or blue insulation ring at the bottom. And I'm like, they don't have to go that far.
Sounds like that's thorough.
Oh, it's annoying is what it is. I think the word you're looking for.
No, it sounds like thorough.
It's as designed. Even the designer who designed it would go, dude, you're going a little bit too far with this.
No, I think he was saying this designer didn't do it right.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying.
Because you could get it over there, but it was a lot like he almost got a hairdryer to heat up the rubber boot so it would stretch where he wanted it to go. That's how close he was at being frustrated with this thing not getting where it's supposed to be. And I said, get a pick and just pull it over. He goes, well, I would get a pick, he says, but I might poke a hole in it, and then that would ruin the whole thing of there being a boot on it. And I'm like, Well, then be careful what to pick. Or here's another idea. Let's move on. We're done.
No, that would eat him alive at night.
The stuff like that does. And he went back. I talked to you guys a couple weeks back about this this ratchet strap we were undoing, this old one. It was a big, wide 4-inch one from like the 50s. Those. I gave up. I said, throw this thing out because I don't know what they did to twist this thing around. I mean, it almost looked like they forced the stitching through a place it can't come back out of.
Oh, you can't throw that out with my brother around.
No. He spent maybe an hour and 45 minutes on this thing at the end of our session. And then when we met him the other day, I said, so did you finally give up and throw it out? He goes, no, I went back and finished it. I went, really? He goes, yeah.
Well,
now,
let's tell the story of my dad.
I didn't see it. I didn't see that particular motorcycle strap in the trailer box. I'm wondering if he's like, no, I fixed it. I'm keeping it.
Maybe.
It might be.
Let's tell the story to double down on that about my dad, what my dad used to do to my mom and I.
Which story?
When my mom and I were cleaning stuff out and try to get rid of things and stuff like that.
Oh, it's true. It's a true story. I saw you and your mother take stuff out to the trash can at the street.
On trash day.
While the trash truck was, you guys waited till you heard the trash truck.
And then ran out with
5
stuff.
houses down, ran out there, put stuff in the trash thinking within 3 minutes the trash truck will be here and this garbage will be gone. It was all junk you guys didn't want anymore.
Yeah, my dad
clutter.
wouldn't throw anything away.
And I saw him go out to that trash can and look to see what you guys threw away and bring at least half of it back in.
You never know when you're going to need it. That's what he'd say.
Yeah, right back in.
So when my dad passed away, my brother even said, he goes, we went into my dad's garage, which was really neat. He had the baby jars and coffee cans full of things, but we got a big dumpster. And I think my brother dumped over half my dad's garage because it was caps of milk jugs. It was, and then he'd have a stack of milk jugs separate than the caps because I used to have to pick up dog poop. He'd cut off at an angle the gallon of milk where I could scoop up the dog poop.
Make it a scooper for you.
So you could reuse it. Yeah. So it was stuff like that. It was like, oh, you
The other one is your dad had a shit ton of screws that were not Phillips head. They were slotted screws. Like for a regular standard screwdriver. Okay, nobody's ever going to use those ever. But he may. No, there's no way he'd ever use those. Unless you're trying to build something and trick people to thinking it was built a long time ago. That's it. You just wouldn't do them.
But you don't throw those out.
Yeah, you do, because you're never going to use them. You wouldn't even hand those to somebody and say.
My dad used to drive me insane.
I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff about that. So
absolutely insane. So that's where we learned it from, is that kind of stuff. But I don't have a problem throwing stuff away.
No, but we do have you. Now, you don't even have the anal retention that your brother does. He's way more anal about stuff than you are.
Oh, yeah. I'm more like my mom on that end.
Yeah, I'd say so, too.
I'm not that. No, I'm like my mom on that.
Yeah, I'm going to say your brother might be a little bit. Sun Valley Fox might be a little bit excessive on it. I mean, I'll put the 1,000-piece puzzle piece together, and I'll get all 1,000 pieces, and it'll be right. Your brother come along and make sure every piece is level.
And then glue it.
And then
make sure it's flat.
That's right. And then frame it.
And then
take pictures of it and go, okay, now you're good.
And then go get a level to put it up on the wall.
No, plumb bob. You got to hang it.
The plumb bob.
Get the plumb bob on the wall. I don't know. His brain lives in a different world than the rest of us, that's for sure, because he at that level. But, hey, we did Off the Record. It was a good show. We had the first segment that we did where I was quizzing you on stuff. Boy, you sure had. That's 3 yawns.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
3 yawns. Yeah, you didn't tell me you were going to put me on the spot.
Nope. And then they
learned a lot about me last night on OTR.
Well, the part we learned was I just kept asking you yes or no.
We may not have people return.
On conspiracies, and you would answer whether you believe it or not. But then I'd say, why? And you had to give your opinion why. That's where people learn some crazy shit about you, was in the why.
Yeah, that wasn't very nice of you.
I thought it was funny as hell. The other thing that people have talked to me about since that show last night, the emails and the messages, they were talking about ghosts contacting people. Now, there's a bunch of people that say ghosts aren't real. All right, maybe ghosts aren't real. But
wait, I have a comment about that. I wonder if they say ghosts aren't real because they've never had an experience with it.
I don't know. I would guess. But there is growing movement of people, and I brought this up during the show, but I want to touch on it again. Most everybody believes in demons and angels, good and bad angels. And if you believe in good and bad angels, most people believe that there is some sort of interaction allowed with us. Either they're helping us, good angels are watching out for us, bad angels are trying to trip us up. I mean, and I don't know to what extent you believe that, or some people do, but there is a growing number of people that believe that bad angels are reaching out from the other side, pretending they're ghosts, doing things that we as humans would believe or understand. And what the contact point was, which I thought was really weird that people have brought to my attention, they say, look, an angel's not going to help you unless you believe in him. You have to pray to God, be a Christian. Angel's not just helping you. You have to really open your mind and your heart, and an angel can help you. Okay. They say, if you believe that, then what if you went to an angel and said, I know you're here in the room and I really believe you're here. And the angel at the same time was trying to reach out to you because a human being is opening their heart, their soul, and their mind to some sort of contact. People say that's when a ghost or a demon or an angel can actually reach across the other side. When you're looking for it, they can't just do it as you're going down the road. If you're walking your dog, a ghost can't come tap you on the shoulder. A demon can't come. An angel can't tap you on the shoulder. They say you have to be a person super receptive, open. Okay. I'm ready to believe it. That's getting you halfway to the connection, and the angel or the ghost or whatever now can reach across the other half, and you can hear things, or you can see things, or you can feel things. Which brings us to the point of, they say that's why angels and demons and bad things go to places that are haunted, that we think are haunted. Because they know people that go there are
searching for something, looking for the
and receptive. Right. They're going to get people. They go to hang out in places, even if they're not,
because they're curious, and
they're going to do it. They look, there's going to be a bunch of humans here today, and they're all looking for it. They're open to it. They're receptive. They want it. It's halfway done. We just have to show up as angels or as demons or as whatever and reach the rest of the way across. That's why they happen at those places, because that's where people show up to believe it. That's an interesting
concept.
So that was the part of the thing that people were relaying to me in emails and instant messages, was that it isn't so much that place is haunted as it is everybody believes it's haunted, so they go there ready to be haunted. But it seems like some of those places, something terribly bad happened from the get-go. It could, and that's what starts the whole thing. So then you get 1,000 humans that go there saying, wow,
it opened up that bad porthole maybe or something.
They're like, hey, let's go check out some ghosts. And the demons are like, yeah, we'll show up too, because you're already thinking it's going to happen. Yeah, while you were telling that story, I got to give you my other opinion that just, I think of this person all the time, is that Chris Angel guy, that illusionist or whatever. I really think he is possessed by a demon. He's in league with him.
This is just my opinion. Nobody has to believe me. I don't care. But even when that guy comes on the show, the hair on the back of my neck stands up like this is not good. I will turn him off. I can't.
Well, there's some things he does as a magician that no one, even magicians, can't explain how he does it. It's almost like you got to be in league with the dark side to pull this stuff off, because it's not real.
Yeah, there's just something about him, I don't know. That's who I was thinking of when you were saying that, going, I don't know about that.
Well, anyway, I don't know. I'm just saying that's the thing.
So, do you want to talk a little news?
Yeah, real quick. Go ahead.
What do you think about people, about the idea of people paying millions of dollars to move to the head of the line to become a citizen? How do you feel about that? That's something new that
Well, it's a concept that they're running up the flagpole, but
I think your way to citizenship.
If it was $1,000, I think that would be terrible, because the cartels could just pay $1,000 per person and get all the people they want in here.
So they're giving them a fast pass is what they're...
It's like a fast pass, but the number they're throwing out like $1 million. If you want to come to the country, it's $1 million. You can either have it up front or you can work it off, and we're going to keep track of you, and you're going to go through all the program to be a citizen. I think if they put a real high dollar amount on a person coming in, and then they watch them go through the process very carefully and very slowly, they didn't just sneak across the border and fill out one piece of paper and then disappear into the masses. I think that almost is self-vetting. I don't think you got to do a lot of homework on some. I mean, you do.
I think there should be some sort of tag on that too, like some, not restrictions, but some sort of tag. Like you said, like they're going to be we're going to be watching you.
Well, there is. I mean, because even if it was $1 million, you could get 1 million terrorists being sponsored by
That's what I'm saying.
terrorist organizations.
But they have to sign like a paper going.
Well, they got to vet them, but I mean, they're going to keep the $1 million. Like, we're going to keep the $1 million. So if we turn you away because we don't think you're cool and clear, terrorists that come in the country are smuggled in. Terrorists don't fill out paperwork and stand in line. You know, if you're going to get 100 terrorists from Iran sponsored coming in here, they're going to do it the sneaky way. They need to sneak them into the country to cause problems. I doubt Iran would pay $1 million for 100 people, pay $100 million to put 100 people into our country that aren't going to make it anyway. Because you do the $1 million deal, you may be at the front of the line, but everyone's watching you at the front of the line too. I don't know. I think it's tough because there are good people that are poor that are trying to come in the country the right way. They're filling out their paperwork. They're waiting their turn. They're coming in to have their hearing. They're getting vetted. And if you're only going to let in so many people a year, some of those people aren't going to get in because they're poor.
Yeah.
So
I don't know about that.
I don't know. It's just I think it's a way to collect money, and it's a way to put people on the radar. I don't think, here's my gut feeling. I don't think a terrorist cell is going to pay $1 million a person to try to sneak past us, because you pay the $1 million and you're under the scrutiny. You're not really sneaking in. So I don't think any super bad people are going to come in for $1 million a pop. But I do think that there will be, if they're only allowing in so many people a year now, that poor people, regular people, aren't going to get in if the numbers get filled up by rich people.
All right. Let's talk. Do you think Charlie Kirk's killer is going to be put in jail? Please say yes. Please say yes. Please say yes.
Well, if you're defending that guy,
ooh,
what are you looking for? You're trying to look for any way out.
Right. It's your job to get him out of jail. What
has the media provided that defense attorney? Look at all the conspiracy theories.
Oh, they did the homework for him.
They did everything. They even have video proof and video evidence. And they've got guys saying it was the Israelis. They've got guys saying it was his own detail. They've got, look at the microphone. The microphone exploded. They've done all the work. All that defense attorney has to do, unfortunately, is sit back and pick which conspiracy theory he thinks he can sell the easiest. All the homework's been done. These guys out there have done there was a flight of Afghani people that came in. They stayed at the La Quinta Inn, and they were in rooms 104 through 109. They have done all of this homework, all of this research. They've pulled the manifests from all the flights in and out. Why was there a plane leaving right after Charlie Kirk got shot with no tail number? I mean, they've done all these things, and in such great detail on social media, so we will all believe it. They've done all the work for this defense attorney. Yeah. They've done everything they can do. I mean, can you imagine the FBI trying to fight back against every conspiracy theory that's out there? And all they have to do
is pick one that could put a little false hope or
create doubt.
Create doubt. That's the word I was looking for.
Got to just create doubt in one juror, and then you're done. And it's unfortunate in this day and age because AI is so effective. How does a jury know that they're looking at something real or an AI? How do you know? I don't know that he's going to go to jail.
But let's just say if he does get out, let's say he doesn't go to jail, I don't know if he's going to live very long.
No, there's a bunch of Christians that would go kill him even though they're not supposed to.
I have a feeling.
There's just too many people around the planet that were really upset by Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. So one more news thing. What do you think of the fact? I think I read this right, that we seized a Venezuelan oil tanker. Venezuela. Sorry,
he's not the pitcher for the Dodgers.
Sorry.
Yeah, we seized an oil tanker coming out of Venezuela.
Oh, that's kind of brave there.
Are we allowed to do that?
I don't think so.
I mean, technically,
was it in international waters?
Yeah, but so what? Why? What can we just go up and stop anybody's oil tanker we want and seize it? They're a sovereign nation. I don't know that we're allowed to do that. I mean,
I can't imagine them doing that without knowing the ramifications of it. Like,
I guess no. I'm sure the legal department thought it through quite a bit. But what I'm saying is that I wonder if it's under what pretense do you go grab that oil tanker? Are you calling it a Coast Guard safety inspection? Hi, we're doing a random Coast Guard safety inspection.
It's just like a police officer pulling. They just need some sort of reason to do it.
I guess, but it's in international waters. It's not your boat. I don't know. Because now what do we do with it?
Do we have a water Interpol?
Interpol for the
for the
ocean?
Waterways.
I don't know. I don't know how. I seriously don't know what that means. What they're gonna if they let it go, then it was just they crawled all over it. Oh, we were searching for drugs. Coast Guard safety inspection.
Just to prove a
we
point
just
that
needed
we could.
to make sure that everybody had the right amount of life jackets on board. I don't know.
Just any probable cause.
But then, are we releasing it? Are we keeping the oil? I don't know what. I don't understand what's going on.
Well, there has to be I mean, there's something that we're not seeing right now.
I mean, if Trump just came out and said flat out, we're blockading all of Venezuela. You're not going to fly. No boats in or out.
We're just proving
we want the regime change because we think you stole the election, and you're not the rightful.
Maybe it's a power
ruler.
move just to say that we can.
I guess.
And we did.
I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that yet because I don't know that we were allowed to do that. I don't know. I guess when you got the biggest stick in the neighborhood, you can do what you want. I guess.
So let's finish our time because we got to head out the door.
Heading out the door.
Do you have a car story this week?
Somebody wrote me the other day and said, tell the story about the camper again. Do you remember, this is a true story, it happened to me, it's kind of a car story. Do you guys remember when a camper used to go in the back of a pickup truck? You could raise the thing up on stilts, back your pickup truck under it, you lower it back down, and now your camper kind of hangs over the cab of your truck, and you
used to have one.
Get in from the back. I don't remember if there's a specific name for what those are, but they were just called campers when we were kids.
It was called a camper.
Okay.
More specifically, truck camper.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
You're welcome anytime.
Oh, my God. People can't hear you laugh on the radio, but when they watch it, you have been laughing your ass off this whole time, but you lean all the way back and no one can hear you laughing at me.
That's okay.
All right.
Somebody has to laugh at you.
No, they really don't.
Yeah,
I could go all day without anybody laughing at me and be just fine. So I was probably, I'm thinking 18, 19,
Yeah,
right
that
in
was
there.
Many moons ago.
You can be quiet this part of the story. You don't have to have any input at all. And we were up in Sand Canyon, I think. We were up there doing something. And I don't know if we'd camped back up in Placerita or Sand Canyon back in those days. But I remember we were getting off the freeway or getting on the it was an off-ramp or an on-ramp. It was an off-ramp. Had been an off-ramp. We must have been coming down the 14 from up further out Placer. Maybe it was Soledad, but we got off.
Does it matter?
Got off on an off-ramp.
Get to the story,
let
man.
one of us tell a story. So we get off the off-ramp, and there is a long sweeping right turn off-ramp to an intersection, and there was like 7 or 8 of us, and 4 I think were in the cab, and the rest of us were in the camper, sitting in the camper. I was sitting at the breakfast nook area. And the guy who was driving raced around this off-ramp and decided to go through the intersection fast, and it was a hard left turn. He needed to make a left turn through this intersection like he's beating a yellow light.
Oh, my gosh.
So he hit this intersection with a left turn so hard, I thought the truck and camper were going to roll over.
Oh, that's what I thought you were going to say. Okay.
But it didn't.
Oh, God.
He turned that 90 degree pretty hard and gunned it. and the camper slid out the back of the truck because we didn't have it shackled down.
And you guys were in the back of it?
We were in the back. We didn't have any of the straps strapped down. I don't think we even knew to do it, to be honest with you. I think we borrowed it from somebody's dad, and none of us, we knew how to put it in there, but we didn't know how to strap it down. Nobody thought to shackle it to the truck. So this guy turns the corner in the intersection, a busy intersection, really fast, guns it. The camper comes out of the back of the truck and hits the ground.
Did it shatter?
Shattered into a billion pieces. All of us just ended up rolling across the ground in the debris of the refrigerator, the sink, the table.
Okay?
Everybody was fine. Nobody got hurt at all. I mean, we're only going like 30 miles an hour, 25 miles an hour around the corner.
Still.
This thing came out and hit the ground. I think it might have rolled
like popsicle sticks.
Half a turn, and then it just, once it turned onto its side or hit its side,
popped.
It just exploded into popsicle sticks, like you said. And I remember rolling across the ground. It kind of propped me up, like I rolled and stood up. Like it kind of flung me up to my feet.
What just happened?
Yeah. And I remember standing there, and every car had people getting out running towards us.
No shit.
Because there was probably 4 of us or 3 or 4 of us in the back of that thing. And, a couple guy hurt his elbow or something. But nobody got hurt at all. No ambulance, no nothing. And the kid who had borrowed it from his dad and the truck pulled over, saw what happened, got back in the truck and left us there. Him and the 3 other people.
No way.
Yeah, they weren't my good friends. They were all from Poly High School. It was like Matt Perillo and I can't even remember who else was there.
Wow.
And I can't remember who was with us for sure, but yeah, left us there. And then the cops came, of course, and we're like, "Hey man, where's riding?" Well, you're not supposed to be riding in the back. And I'm like, and back then it's like, it wasn't really a law. You could, but they're like, well, it is against the law to not have this shackled down. I go, well, it wasn't my truck and it wasn't my camper.
Right.
I was the victim here. Then they wanted to know whose it was, and I kept telling them I don't remember. I can't remember. He says,
of course you did.
You don't remember who the guy was. And I bumped my head when I fell out of the truck. Can't remember anything.
Oh my gosh.
But the other guys that were with us, they ratted them out. They said, it's this guy. He lives in North Hollywood, and here's his address, and it's a blue Chevy truck, and here's the license plate, and his name's this, and his dad's name. They told them everything. Yeah, so I think the dad was the one who got in trouble back then. The city fined him something for unsafe passengers and cleanup. The city fined him for cleaning up the mess in the street. And
ouch!
Well, it stopped traffic at that busy intersection for a while because even when the tow trucks got there and the tow truck showed up, there was nothing to tow. But they had their brooms out and they were brushing all the debris to the side of the road so traffic could open back up. But yeah, I want to say that was an off-ramp on the 14 before you went over the big bridge.
Before we go, I just thought of, while you were talking, a Walmart story you just conveniently forgot to talk about.
What?
We were in the produce section and he was pushing the shopping cart for me.
Why are you going to say this?
Oh, I am. And the general found out he was officially old.
It was a very congested area. I pulled over the cart to the side to get out of people's way.
Here it comes.
And this girl comes by and she saw me move out of her way because she was kind of stuck. And she goes, "Oh, excuse me. Thank you, sir, for moving out of the way."
Sir.
Sir?
He got called sir.
Talking about sir. That's for old people.
Oh, I heard it and I was like, oh, that was not good. That was not good. But so funny. So that's the one you conveniently forgot to say, and you thought I'd forget about it.
You did forget about it. I don't have any idea how you remembered that, but yeah.
Well,
it was a gut punch when she wasn't like she was 13. This woman was probably 30, and she called me sir.
He doesn't have his mojo no more. Wow. All right, everyone, we got to go. We have a busy day and then a show tonight.
Lots to do. This camera has froze 6 or 7 times now.
Well, you suck. Isn't that the new one?
I don't know if this is one of the new cameras. Maybe the camera needs to be updated.
Wow.
I don't know, but I think this is a new camera, but yeah, it just shuts off and it just freezes and I have to keep resetting it. So when you're watching the live stream, watching the podcast on Sunday, that's what you're going to see. A lot of it freezing. Not always on my good side either. It's terrible stuff. All right, listen, we got to get out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Thank you guys for listening in. Thank you guys for chiming in around the planet. Not sure where you're listening in from, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you tuned in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember 2 things in this life. number 1. Wherever you go, there you are. And number 2, I'll catch you guys on the flip side because I'm out, baby. I got to go.
Bye-bye.